and changing the way we seize illegal guns. But we also need to address the complex race issues and be open and honest about that, and I intend to do that. We need to stop the phenomenon that 1 in 3 African American men will spend some portion of their life in prison, and we have to stop the notion that walking while being black is some sort of offense. That's where I want to take this book.
Cliffy Barz, you're watching Harlem Streets TV. Right now we have, let them know who you are.
Hi, I'm Richard Aborn. I'm running for Manhattan District Attorney in this Tuesday's primary.
That's right, that's right. Now, the name of the show is Harlem Streets, so I have a big fan base and viewers that watch the show. Could you tell them what you have to offer to the community of Harlem?
Absolutely. This is a very important election. It's the election to replace Robert Morgenthau, and I want to address the very difficult issues that we all face. It is a national disgrace, I believe, that fact that 1 in 3 African American men will spend some time in their life in prison. We need to fix that. We also need to fix the fact that 95% of all the youth that are arrested in this town are African American or Latino. That is far too many in my mind. It is time to start using proven prevention programs so that people with drug problems or mental health problems are put into treatment, not into prison. And I need to address the phenomenon that there is a tension between the police and the community because too many young black men and too many young Latino Americans are being stopped simply for walking the streets. That is wrong. We have to address that.
I'm glad you mentioned that, and I'm glad that you're aware of that, because in this community, as me, the producer and director of the show Harlem Streets, this happens all the time where, you know, a normal working African American or Latino could walk down the street and get frisked and harassed, and you are claiming that you can change this.
We can change that. The idea that somebody should be stopped for walking while being black is wrong, and we are going to fix that. We're going to have to work with the NYPD, but we are the oversight agency over the NYPD, and if need be, we have powers to investigate these things, and I intend to do that.
All right, and one of your advertisements, you mentioned that you want to stop crime before it starts. How are you going to do that?
Exactly. There are many ways to do that. It is possible for us to accomplish that. We can use proven treatment programs. We can use proven prevention programs. We need to give kids after-school programs so they have something healthy and constructive to do. We need to focus on getting guns out of these neighborhoods. I used to lead Jim and Sarah Brady's gun control group. I sit on the board of Harlem Mothers Save. I did the work behind the passage of the Brady Bill and the ban on assault weapons. I want to go after illegal guns at their source. I also want to revamp the juvenile justice system. Right now we are failing our kids. 4 out of 5 kids that get arrested cycle through the system over and over and over again. That's not a success, that's a failure, and we need to address that.
How do you feel about the Rockefeller law?
Well, I'm glad they've been repealed. I think we need to go further. It is time to get these people in treatment, but we also need to do some retroactive resentencing, so that everybody gets the benefit of the new Rockefeller drug law reforms.
All right, and before we get out of here, because I know you're a busy man and you've been out here, you know, for a while now, where would you like to see this borough of Manhattan from now and 5 years from now?
I think we can achieve new levels of public safety by pushing against violent crime, but also helping people when they come back from prison, using proven prevention programs, revamping the juvenile justice system, and changing the way we seize illegal guns. But we also need to address the complex race issues and be open and honest about that, and I intend to do that. We need to stop the phenomenon that 1 in 3 African American men will spend some portion of their life in prison, and we have to stop the notion that walking while being black is some sort of offense. That's where I want to take this borough, to new levels of public safety, but by using prevention, not punishment.
Once again, this is Cliffy Barz. You're watching Harlem Streets TV. We're right here in Harlem, as you can see, on 145th Street. And there you heard it. He's running for the new position of DA. We got to vote for him, y'all. So, you know, is there any way they can say their feedback on anything that you said, any email, any type of website they could respond to you at?
Absolutely. They can go to Aborn for DA, ABORNFORDA, all is one word, .com. It's Richard Aborn, and I'm running for district attorney.
Now, could you tell us a little bit about your history and what some of the stuff that you were involved in the past with your career?
Sure. I was a prosecutor in Robert Morgenthau's office. I learned how to try cases down there, and I prosecuted violent crime cases. When I was doing that work, I saw the devastation that guns were having in our communities. So I left the DA's office to go work on the gun control issue to try and bring some sanity to the gun laws so we could cut down on gun violence. I ended up I was president of Jim and Sarah Brady's gun control group, and there I did the work behind the passage of the Brady Bill and the ban on assault weapons and ban on large volume clips. When I finished that work, I was retained by the City of New York. The City of New York hired me as a lawyer to come in and investigate the NYPD during that horrible period when Mr. Diallo was shot and killed and Mr. Lawima was assaulted. I was brought in to investigate how well the PD had looked at the shooting of Diallo, and also to figure out whether or not the NYPD was ignoring complaints being filed by civilians. I found that they were, and we investigated and published those findings, and we got the NYPD to drive up the disciplinary rate of cops by some 30%. But I'm very happy to tell you that the parents of Sean Bell have endorsed me. And the parents of Sean Bell have endorsed me because they know I am dedicated to working on these police-community relations and getting this relationship right. We all need to live in mutual respect of each other, and we all need to partner together in our joint effort against crime. That is what is achievable, and that's what I intend to achieve.
All right, we appreciate that. And what do you think we can do as a community to prevent something like what happened to Sean Bell from happening again?
Before there are problems, we all need to be developing much closer relationships. So I intend to bring law enforcement and the police together, law enforcement and the community, in a way together in a way that we've never been brought together before. And I'm going to do that personally. I will be out in the community making that work. But as I said earlier, I sit on the board of Harlem Mothers Save. That and many other organizations like it are great vehicles to bring the police and the community together. So let's work now before there are tensions. Let's resolve our differences. Let's stop the phenomenon of stopping people for walking while being black. Let's get this relationship right. Let's all work together, and let's achieve greater heights of public safety together, the right way.
That's cool. That's cool. And you also said you plan on bringing the police and the community closer together?
Yes.
I think that's what the communities have been missing out on for a long period of time, and I appreciate you bringing that up as a fact on what needs to be done.
Absolutely. We can do that. It's within our power to do that. We're going to have to all do it together. We're going to have to be open and honest, direct with one another, but it's something we can get done, and it's something we need to get done. Let's get it done.